first came to Dubai in 1976. I've seen Dubai go from desert to a cosmopolitan city. It's been a very exciting journey. I spent some of that time in the UK studying to do sports medicine and then came back to set up a clinic. So I came back to Dubai to set up the first sports medicine clinic in the region. It took a little while to introduce sports medicine because it was very new here. But in 2010, we opened Up and Running. We are and aim to be an integrated clinic, trying to cover as much as we can under one roof for the active population. We have 3 branches of Up and Running. The main branch is on Al Wasl Road, and then we have one at DIFC, and then we have another rehab-based branch at Emirates Golf Club, where it's linked to the gym at the Fit Lab. Each branch has different specialties that they focus on, but ultimately it is still working with any musculoskeletal aches and pains. We follow very strict protocols of what we do, but the aim has always been to see a doctor, be given a diagnosis, show them, educate the patients as to what's going on, compare different sides so they can appreciate what actually is the problem. And often it's a very stepwise approach. We always start conservative and then we step things up, introducing rehabilitation, which could be with physio, osteo, chiro, massage, and sometimes adding in things like dry needling, shockwave, depending on what the problem is. And if that doesn't work, we'll investigate, look at doing interventions such as injections, be a little more aggressive with what we do. And if that doesn't work, then we involve a network of orthopedic surgeons. We have a huge network of orthopedic surgeons or other specialists in the field within Dubai, but we also liaise with specialists in Europe. And that brings on the role that we have with DP World Tour. I myself, as a sports medicine specialist, have been working with the tour since 2009. I have covered, on average, 4 or 5 events a year. Most of them have been regional, so we started off with Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman. Also covered the end event, which used to be called the Race to Dubai, where we had the finale. I've also covered a few events in Sweden, which is my home country, so that's been an honour as well. This year we covered the first mixed event, which was very exciting, especially seeing a woman win the event. Certainly a game changer, I feel. We have been working very closely with DP World Tour, and we are one of 5 recognised clinics for the tour globally. We are the only one in the region, 3 of them being based in Europe and another one in Asia. We have a lot of golfers that actually are resident in Dubai. And these golfers, they know that they can contact us anytime. We have them coming through the clinic. We also have golfers that travel through when they're practicing, or certainly those that come early before events, when prepping for the events, and they know they can call us to sort out any ailments or niggles ahead of the event that they're competing in. Some people actually come and stay here for the whole winter season. The likes of Tommy Fleetwood has done so, and it just means that he's got a base and he knows they can contact us, and we create a good rapport, not just with the players but with the family. And an extension of that is also working with the tour staff who either reside here in preparation. You've got the team based at Jumeirah Golf Estates, and you've also then got other people that come through in preparation. We've been working with the DP World Tour physios throughout. We have a very close relationship. I often share room and space with them because I feel that's how we can integrate the care a lot better. The players tend to come through and see the physios on a regular basis. It might simply be for maintenance, for massage, or it might be a new problem or an injury. And if it is a problem or an injury that's affecting their play, they'll give us a shout. I bring my portable ultrasound scanner, so we can scan again to give them a diagnosis, because normally these problems are musculoskeletal. There may also be medical problems and sometimes even more serious problems. I mean, we have diagnosed things like melanomas and cancers and other quite serious problems on tour. But we also mustn't forget that these staff and players don't often get enough time at home to see their own doctors. So we are their GP, we are their sports medicine specialist, as well as general practitioner, family medicine specialist, so hence we need to be prepared to tackle anything on tour. We really have to have an extensive training and be prepped for anything that can happen, from simple cold to major heart failure. But in the middle, most of what we see is musculoskeletal. Rob Hillman is the manager of the physiotherapists and the physiotherapy team, and we have a great rapport and we continue to communicate even though we're not here on site all the time to keep updates of any ongoing problems and referrals that we've made to see what's happened to the players, and occasionally we have to pull them out of events, so it's just good to know when they're well enough to return. Having covered the event in Oman when COVID first came about and was introduced as a potential to the tour, all of a sudden we had a potential player, and trying to get them back to the hotel and logistics of what car can they go in, who can speak to them, was all quite daunting. We had fantastic support by Dr. Andrew Murray and the whole management team who helped us make decisions that could keep us all safe. And from what we learnt at the Oman event, Dr. Andrew Murray could then use that to introduce new policies and protocols to ensure that the tour could carry on playing with very, very strict protocols, very stringent regulations in order to keep the golfers and the staff within a bubble to allow them to continue to travel and play and ensure the safety of everyone. Dr. Andrew Murray and the DP World Tour arguably set the standards within sports, not just in the region but also across Europe, and was actually referenced to many other sporting events because it worked. So they used what Dr. Andrew Murray had implicated and introduced to ensure that their own sports could continue as well. But I think out of all the sports, the golf is the one that's been most successful throughout the challenging COVID times. So through Roger Hawkes, Dr. Andrew Murray, I couldn't fault either of them. I must say they've been extremely supportive, not just to myself, but to all the players, and really pushed the services further, looking to see what niches there are where they can improve. And Andrew Murray's really also pushed the sports nutrition side of things, and also pushed the screening, the skin screening services that they do to provide the tour, and other services, including sports psychology and lots of other services that can really support the players and their needs as they're travelling so many weeks a year.